Hello, awesome people. Welcome back to chapter 5. This is actually going to be a doozy, this one. This is where all the magic happens. All right, it's all about setting your mission, your vision, your goals, and really put a plan together. It's all about, over the years I've been coaching nearly over 10 years now, and I see a lot of sports people that just don't have a plan. They got it in their head, just don't know what to do with it. So what I've really put in here is actually put an idea on how to do the planning to reach that awesome goal that you guys have got, is to be that professional sports person. There is no point going somewhere without a roadmap. You got no idea where you're going. All right, this is basically the same scenario. So now we've got all our the self-belief is there. You understand that's what you want to do. That's where I believe in myself. And we've got the positivity and the attitude up and about. All right, well then we've got the values. We've done them. We understand them. Then we've got the good nutrition working. All right, now it's the idea to put a plan in place. Okay, this idea, this plan, the actual Navy SEALs have used it, and also the Royal Australian Air Force have used it. Okay, and then obviously you've got your top elite business people have used it. And the success rate is massive out of this. It's like a 90%. Okay, what I've done then, just to dissect it down, this is what I've actually got through with my business program, and it took me a while to get my head around. So what I've done is just dissected it down to suit the sport side of things, and makes it a lot easier to reach where you want to get to. Okay, this goes a lot deeper, but I've just broken it down to make it simple for you. This is really basic 5-step planning. That's it. Okay, so what I've got behind me, I just want to make sure you guys can write it down. I've got the paperwork there, but make sure you put it on a board when you do it, just like I have behind me, so you can see it every morning, every night. You dream about it, it's happening, you see the ticks, you know what you're going to do, and you can just see that the steps are working to where you want to go to. All right, but you have to do it. This is all about actions. Make it work. All right, just because you write on the board just doesn't mean it's, oh yeah, great, I'm going to get there. You've got to make sure this happens. Okay, at least you've got a roadmap. Now you know how to do it. Okay, so number 1, laying the foundations. Purpose, passion. What is it? All right, it may take a while to find that out, but obviously you love your sport. You probably just put your sport down. That's okay. All right, that's got to be what's inside you. You know you want it. That's your purpose and passion. Values. You've done your values. All right, they are so important to write on a board. Okay, what are your values? Because they're your standards. You know, you're going to live by what you say. You're going to stick to your routine, stick to your structures. Are you disciplined? All these things you've got to write down. They should be your values. Make sure you put that on the board and see them every day. All right, this is the big one, your mission. This is what you want. Okay, big, audacious, hairy goal. These big, audacious, hairy goal is quite funny, because at the end of the day, what I mean by this, you go and say something to someone, like your dream is to play professional sport, and they laugh at you. Oh yeah, that's going to be too. That's the one you want. All right, that's big. Okay, that's what means the world to you. That's where you want to go. That is a mission. All right, because you've got 5 years to get there. You've got 5 or 10 years to you. I'm still working on a 5-year plan now. Okay, that is your dream. That is what you can do 5 years. You're going to work your ass off 5 years and get that contract. Okay, all right, then we're going to go down to annual goals. These have to be measurable. All right, the annual goals come from your mission. Okay, so all we're trying to do is get from your mission and break it down. How am I going to get to that mission? All right, it starts with the first 12 months. What do I need to do those first 12 months to get to my mission? All right, list as much as you can. Okay, just remember the first 12 months. All right, I've got an exercise behind me, I'll show you. Okay, and then you've got ongoing priorities, which is the things you're going to be doing all the time that obviously you don't have to worry about getting ticked. All right, but the other ones, the ones you list, you've got to make sure they're measurable. So we can work on that, but I'll explain the ongoing priorities as well. Number 3, quarterly goals must be measurable. Again, okay, that comes from your annual goals. All right, again, we're just breaking it down. So you're going to have the big ones in the annual, and then we can break it down to your quarterly, okay, which is your 3 months. So if you start in January, for instance, you say January, February, March, cool. Make sure you work on those there. So you, again, list 10 to 15 thereabouts. All right, just make sure they're measurable. Okay, then when you go to our weekly goals, okay, that comes from your quarterly goals. Okay, breaking it down again. Okay, so you're just doing a couple each week, 2 to 5 each week, which then you can tick off your quarterly, then your quarterly will tick off your annual. That's how it works. Then you get down to your last one, your daily goals, task. Make sure it's measurable. 1 or 2 goals for the week, for the day. All right? Get one done. Now just remember, if you don't have those ticks, it's a crosses, that's okay. You didn't get it done. Make sure it's done tomorrow. It's a priority. Make sure it's done the next day. Just get it done. The biggest thing is make sure it's done. Love the tick, done. Okay, when you love seeing it, it's great. All right, this is a good thing if you can, one, plan on yourself, but if you plan with someone else to make you accountable, that'd be even better. All right, so if you just flick over here, I've just written down again, ongoing priorities, annual priorities, quarter tops, goals and tasks. Okay, that's basically what I've just been through. All right, just to help you out there. Okay, so if we get onto the purpose, all right, so what's your purpose? I'll just give you an idea, okay? I've got up here my purpose, transforming top elite athletes to become super elite athletes, all right, while saving lives. Now, that's my purpose. I want to help people reach their dream, but I also want to help people not to, when they get to that professional sports, I don't want them hating it, all right? Hating's a big word, but a lot of people start getting upset and then they get depression and all this poor me. It's those stories again I was telling you about before. Okay, just because you get that contract, you're really over the moon, but then it may take a year or two before you even get a game. You know, it's like being a golf pro. You turn professional, you might not make the cut for 12 months, 2 years. What are you going to do? That's how important this planning is. You've got to stick to those structures. All right? Saving lives, that's what I want to do. Okay, I want you to be happy, enjoy what you're doing, because again, that's what life's all about. It's those stories you get saying in life, you're staying in your head. All right? So that's important to me. That is my purpose. All right? And it's passion to me. That's my passion. Helping you guys enjoy it, stay alive for one, and enjoy that, you being that professional athlete. All right? My mission. Okay? The mission by 2025 is to create the world's best elite sports coaching program and online program, helping transform top athletes to super elite athletes. And that's working with your mind, body and soul. That's my big thing. Okay. While enjoying financial freedom and the health and the wealth. That is my mission. All right. You can actually add, I know you've got a sporting one, a mission too, but you can also put, if you've got financial things you want to get rid of, put that down as well. That helps you save. So this can be all a hole in one. That's no drama at all. All right, it's all about planning and making you live that healthy, no stress life, live freedom, and that's what it all comes down to. Because I tell you what, once you tick some of this off, you feel so good for it. All right, and you've got a plan. You see it. Okay, it's not in your head anymore. It's out. All right, right on the board. Let your brain do some more work. Then you go and get it out again. Then we start again. All right, we're getting too much clogged up in here, and you're not actually moving forward. You're staying stationary. It's how important this is to do your planning, okay, and really dive into it. All right. Now, then we're going to go down to our annual. All right, our annual goals. Okay, annual tops, where you want to look at it. Okay, I'm enjoying 10,000 sales of my online program. Now, I want to be the world's best. Okay, I'm going to start there. I'm going to get bigger than that. But that is my starting point. Okay, remember, I've got a 5-year plan. All right. So then, like I said, next year you can go revisit. Okay, how did I go for those to the 10,000 and then go bump it up? All right, that's how it all works about, which I'll go through a bit more anyway. I am appreciating the financial freedom. Okay, you see the wording I've put there? I am, it's done. So the annual, I've actually created it. I'm telling myself I'm doing it. That's what I want to get to. It's done. Okay. I have 10 one-on-one clients. That is my goal as well. Okay, that's what I want to help be that best program. Okay. Then it's going to go down to quarterly tops. Now, to give you an idea with the quarterly tops, okay, basically what you're going to have is 375 to 750 quarterly tops for five years. It will take, all right, roughly around this many. So 375 to 750 quarterly tops for you to reach your mission. That's how many. All right, over the 5 years, that's what roughly you're going to be doing. Seems a lot, but it's 5 years. Okay, that's how important this is. All right, so just to show you, I've got the quarterly here. I have sold 2,500 online programs. I've just worked it out from the yearly and broken it down. Simple, broken it down. Okay, I have paid over two credit cards, which means there's my financial freedom. I want to pay 2 of those out. Okay, in 3 months. All right, again, all that's come from is your mission. Just breaking it down. All right, so that's one simple way of looking at it. Okay, so we'll come over to here, and this just gives you an idea. So I've just gone through the quarterly tops. How many quarterly tops for the 5 years to reach your mission is that number. The weekly mission, all right, so weekly mission is 1,250 to 2,500. All right, those weekly goals you will be doing to reach your mission. All right, it seems a lot, but I'll tell you, when you look at it for 5 years, it's not a lot at all. Okay, when you do the daily tasks, this is a good one. 3,750 to 7,500 daily tasks you will be doing to reach your mission. All right, that's what we've got to work on. Okay, the more and more we do it, the easier and easier it comes, and the results come as well with it. All right, again, we're here to reach your awesome goal. All right, I want you to reach your dream. I'm doing my dream here. All right, that's the thing that I love. Okay, and that's come from doing this. Okay, and believing in myself. Make it happen. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here to give you an example. All right, the purpose. To be a professional athlete playing the AFL. I'm just going to use AFL as an idea, as a guide here, because it's obviously what I've been doing, but you can just use that for anything, okay? While living a healthy life. Now, being a professional athlete, you still want to be healthy. So that's just what I would see, and that's how I'd love to use that purpose, and that's my passion. I love to live healthy, but I want to be, playing the AFL, all right? So the mission is to get that contract at an AFL club. That's my 5-year mission. Okay, if you get it earlier, even better. All right, but that's the 5-year mission. Okay, my annual goal has come from this. Okay, so for me to get to that contract, for them to look at me and get an interview and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to have played 22 local state league games. All right, otherwise, how are you going to get noticed? Okay, so that's my whole point. How am I going to get noticed? How am I going to get this contract? I've got to play games. All right. My other things, if I'm going to play games, I've got to be healthy. So I've got down here, I'm enjoying no takeaway or alcohol. To get a contract, the AFL are going to make sure you're eating right. You're looking after yourself. So you've got to be healthy. Okay, so that's my 12-month goal. All right. And again, I am. So I have. So you've played it, I am, which you've done for the year, and I am feeling great with the extra 10 kilos. So you might have got told from someone within the state games that you're playing that you might need to put on a bit of weight. All right, that's just a bit of muscle. Okay, so I want to add on an extra 10 kilos. Okay, because I want this contract. All right, this extra 10 kilos and playing every game and feeding it is going to get me this contract. That's what I'm visualizing. That's what I'm working on. Okay, this is another one just to help you out. I've done 10,000 push-ups a year. You probably think, shit, that's a lot. But once you break it down, it's quite amazing. And then all of a sudden you've done 10,000 push-ups. Again, that's just that extra work that you can do to get your contract. That's it. How are you going to get that contract? In your sport, you should know, or you go and ask, what do I have to do to get a contract? Go and ask someone. Make it happen. All right? then work your ass off to do it and make sure you obviously get noticed because you're working your ass, working those 22 games. Can't ask for much more than that. All right. Enjoying, there's a 2K run time. Okay, you may never have run 2Ks, but to get an AFL contract, you've got to be at a certain limit, which is, I think it's normally about 6 minutes or so. Okay. At this day and age with AFL footy, you've got to look at the trends. It's a lot of run. Okay. You've got to make sure you can run. That's the big thing. So set yourself a target to get that. Okay. You could do other measurable stats if you want during a game, like for a game. So for the year, for the 22 games, you might want to reach, so many tackles. I'm not really the possessions person. Whatever you need to do for the game, you can actually have that measurable as well, because again, you're going to make sure you want to get that contract. In 5 years, you want a contract. All right. If you play consistent football and do everything right, I'll be very surprised if you don't get a contract. All right. But you got to put the effort in. And if you're doing all this planning and you go for an interview or a chat with a club, and you actually know what you're doing and explain to them this is the plan I do, they'll be blown away by it, because not a lot of people don't do this. This is what you'd probably do in the AFL. All right, because you've got to put a plan in place for yourself. I guarantee you have to have your own plan. Stick to it. And that's how you're going to get your games. Okay? So then it goes from there to quarterly goals, 3 months. I have played 12 games. I've just worked roughly those 3 months. I'll play the 12 games. Go to buys or there, but that's just give you an idea to run at. All right, I've done 36 gym sessions. Okay, you want to build up to that 10 kilos. All right, 36. So you actually get a proper gym session done out, I'm sure. So that's just use that again from where you're going from here. All right, I'm enjoying eating and drinking healthier. Well, that's your alcohol. All right, that's going to be an ongoing one. You want to make sure that's ongoing. So you tick it up every month, basically, and make sure you're doing that. Okay, I've done 2,500 push-ups. There's your push-ups. Okay, that's for the whole 3 months. All right, that's what I'm trying to say to you. So that's what we're breaking it down. Okay, then we go to weekly. All right, I have done 195 push-ups a week. What is 7 threes? 21. So basically all you're doing is 30 push-ups a day to reach your 10,000 push-ups. And you're like, shit, that's not really a lot. Okay, this is why it's so important to break everything down, because all of a sudden you're doing all this work and you're just working to get to your goal, to get to your mission, because that's your passion and your purpose. Drives you to reach all this. It's such a powerful tool. All right. And then, so we go into the gyms, you can break them down. Then you go down to daily. All right. So again, daily push-ups, I said 30. All right. And you might just put that on your daily, make sure that's done. You do gym sessions, obviously three times a week, so you can work that out. All right. So that just gives you an idea on how to plan it out. It's pretty amazing, very basic, but it's so powerful. All right. And it works if you stick to it and understand it. Now, just be patient with it. It might take a bit of time to understand it. Again, don't mind you putting on Facebook the any questions you've got, and I can help you with. That's no trouble at all. Okay, so I'll go back to my book there, and what we want to work on. Okay, so we've done the mission, done all the annual priorities, quarterly tops. Okay, goals of the week, and then your dailies. That's all done. All right. So after the year has come, all right, the year's done. What you want to do is actually go through all these and tick what you've done and what you've accomplished and the lessons learned. So after a year, you've got to go through it all. Okay, that's the big thing. Now, the stuff that you haven't done, even for, like I was saying to you just quickly before, I forgot to say, if you don't tick any of these off, especially the weekly ones, all right, you have to make sure that gets done the following week. All right, that you want them all ticked. All right, it's a priority. Get it done next week. Make sure they're ticked. Okay, that's so important. So, okay, so after a year, look through it all, 1 year's done. What have we accomplished? What have I learnt? There might be some new things you have learned, okay? And then you basically go over to the next page. So we've gone from 21 to 22. All right, we got the strengths and weaknesses and the trends. What were your strengths? What are your strengths? How are you going with all your skills? All right, do you need to work on some skills? Did you get that weight that you wanted? What are the weaknesses that you've had that you found out through the year that's still going to help you get to this? Remember, it's only the first year gone out of 5. All right, so we've got to realize that, okay, sit back and have a look at how good a year I had, what can I work on, and also about you personally, especially being a sports person. We all got strengths and weaknesses, okay? And the trends. What is the, I'm using footy as an example here. We're noticing now footy's getting faster, all right? I've got to be healthier. I don't want any soft tissue injuries. So I've got to make sure, my weakness might be I get a few injuries, okay? Got to make sure I do something different, all right? Trends, quicker, okay? What are the trends thereafter? What's in the AFL that is, your hand-eye coordination got to work better with the releasing of the ball and clean hands, all this kind of stuff, all right? That's what we've got to work on for our next 12 months, okay? So you've gone through everything, done your accomplishments, lessons learned, done all your strengths, weaknesses and trends, all right? And then we got one here, which is strategic issues, okay? These are just things you can look at for building on your next 12 months, okay? So how do I, the objective, how do I explain this? How do I need to get better on my left foot. So how do I get better on my left foot? If you're a right footer, how do you get better on your left foot? Okay. Given I haven't had the opportunity to practice it. So the obstacle is I'm always on my right foot at training and doing all this because I want to make myself look good. Okay. So you want to make sure you go, okay, that's an obstacle. What I want to do is get better on my left. But the obstacle is I'm being hitting targets pretty well, but I miss the targets on my left. So make sure you set yourself a challenge to actually work with those type of things that you need to work on, all right, to get to here. All right. So you don't have to use this strategic issue. I've just put it there just to really dive into, what's the objective? All right. Given that there's an obstacle, all right, there might be something through you see, like saying you've got to get better at, all right. But what's the obstacle that's holding you back? Is it a time thing? All right, you're saying you've got no time. Well, you're going to make time. And that's what all of a sudden comes back into your planning. Okay, so this is a key one as well. I've done only a couple of these, so you don't have to do a lot of it. Just really write down what's holding you back with improving. What are we looking at? What's the obstacles? Okay, what do you want to get at? All right, this is just where you got to go through your planning. So once you've done that, okay, once we've done that, what we'll do, then you basically go through, dissect this out. So hopefully you've written this down in a booklet too. So I'm sure you've used my book as well, but write it down in your own book, okay? And then what you want to do is rub that out, okay, and reset it up again. So that all still stays, but all we're doing is resetting now another year of your 5 years, and you're restarting again, okay? Go back to, again, play more games, all right? Main priority, you want to keep playing games. How'd you go with your alcohol and you want to stick to that? There might be something else that you need to do. How'd you go with your weight? What else have you seen in that footy that year that can help you get that? And that's that trends, okay? And that is that obstacle, all right? And that is our objective. What's the objective, okay? That's what we've got to look at, all right? Strength and weaknesses all come into it as well, all right? Excuse me. I hope that makes a lot of sense with all that. I hope that really helps you out to understand Planning is so important for you to get to where you want to get to. All right? Don't give up. Okay? Don't feel bad if you didn't tick any of these. Make sure you get it done next year if that's the case. All right? These should all be done for the whole year. But sometimes remember, you may have an injury. Okay? You may have an injury in here, so then you're going to reset it to your injury. Because then you want to get your injuries ready and right, ready to go for the next year. Okay? This is all changeable. All right? Please understand that. The biggest thing is you've got it written down that you actually can change it. After every month, okay? Every month you want to check it, all right, and make sure you're still aligned with what you're doing. All right? It's a really, really ripper of a planning system, and you stick to it, and I tell you what, the rewards will be there. It's so, so good. It's been very, very helpful for me, and a very good system just to get basically an idea. How am I going to get to where I want to get to? All right. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that helped you a lot. Biggest thing I really would like you to do is just make sure you put it on a vision board. Okay. Put it in a book and then put it on a vision board. That is the most powerful way of reaching your goal, is seeing it. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. All right. I used to put Michael Jordan on the roof of my my bedroom. Just see it every day. All right. That's what drove me to do what I wanted to do. You guys have this in your bedroom. See it every day. All right. Thank you very, very much. I'll look forward to you for the last session, and discipline and clarity. Okay, and then we'll finish off with that. That would be great. All right, guys. Good on you. Thanks very much. Bye.